pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Velocity Racing League Road Ringer Series here live from Road America. So glad you're joining us here tonight on JTN. Second night in a row, we made the trek up here to Wisconsin. And as always, I am Joe Twansky. Tonight, once again, joined by my colleague, Mr. Joseph Weaver.
Hello, everybody at home. Hope you're ready for some fun racing tonight here in Wisconsin.
Off to a flying start, Weaver.
You're going to have to excuse the hiccups for a minute. They've been giving me a fit tonight, but hopefully that won't interrupt us too much tonight as we have some fun racing in store.
Yeah, it's just a product of the brats, the cheese curds.
Oh, they got me with the cheese curds, Joe.
But practice coming to an end. We'll be going to qualifying shortly. A lot of nuances with Road America. Obviously, everyone excited. Cup Series coming, the NASCAR Cup Series coming here for the second time in as many years. I was going to say the second time ever, but I know they came here in the 50s or 60s or whatever. But second time in the modern era, the NASCAR Cup Series is going to be at Road America this weekend. So this is a good primer for that. Running the ICR mod with PTA physics. I know a lot of folks that are familiar to NR 2003 know what that means, Weaver, but for maybe some of the folks that are a little newer to these parts, what does that mean for these drivers tonight?
Yeah, Joe, the PTA physics were made to sort of simulate the Trans Am Racing Series in the game of NR 2003, so a little more responsive cars, a little better handling around a road course. We have six gearbox, 6 speeds, a tongue twister, 6-speed gearbox, but we're only going to be using 5 of them here today. So that's a good rundown there, based on the Trans Am Racing Series.
And a lot of what we heard drivers talking about in practice was using the throttle, using the brake to keep the car under you. These cars get a little light when you're not using either your left or right foot. So watch that through the corners. I think it's a bad habit sometimes that I think some drivers get into with, maybe being completely off of one pedal or both. At times it can be okay, say on an oval where you have the banking to catch you, but obviously tonight you're not going to have that same luxury. A lot of flat. Pretty much every corner here at Road America is all but flat. I don't think there's any banked ones outside of maybe the carousel has a little bit of banking in it, but I don't believe it's enough to qualify it as a banked corner. So you're going to be watching that throughout the night, and it's going to be a fun time. Elevation change, obviously a big thing here, too. You're going to be coming up the hill down this front straightaway. Again, qualifying currently going on. And if you want to join the Velocity Racing League, you can check out their Discord. We have it linked. It's actually pinned at the top of the YouTube live chat, so you can join their Discord. And Zach and his entire admin team, Zach Rogers, that is, will get you hooked up to race with these boys on Monday nights. It's a limited series. I believe last race is first or second week of August, ending at Watkins Glen on the boot. Actually, I have the schedule right in front of me. I don't know why I don't read it. Yes, so Watkins Glen on August the 8th is the last race at the boot. Obviously, we opened in upstate New York 2 weeks ago here on JTN for the inaugural race here with the Velocity Racing League. Going to be 22 laps tonight. We're going to have a competition caution at the completion of lap number 10 that allow drivers to come down the pit lane, fuel service the cars, so you don't have to worry about pit stops, the intricacies that come with that. Weaver, pit stops are always a monster here at Road America. That's got to be a lot of worries off the minds of not only drivers but their crews and crew chiefs.
Yeah, Joe, very, very long pit road here at Road America. A little tricky. You're going uphill, big uphill section going up this front straightaway. Can catch you out when you crest that hill. Your RPMs are going to go up, your speed's going to go up, so you got to be mindful of that when it comes to monitoring your pit speed limit. But I think with the halfway break, a lot of drivers taking a lot of stress off and allowing them to really focus on what this series is all about and coming out here and really nailing down these road courses and getting better. It's all about improvement here.
And, I mean, that's what we saw at Watkins Glen, right? There were a couple drivers took themselves out of the race early. I go back, our Watkins Glen winner, Jerry Cook, he had a spin early on in the race, able to rebound, get back to the lead, win the race, after a couple other drivers had those problems in the second half of the race. Keeping that caution in the middle, knowing that it's on its way, can be a lifesaver if you have an issue early on in this race. We're at this 4-mile track here, Weaver. It's this road course. It is humongous, ginormous. You got any other words?
I don't know any other specific words, but I will say this is one of my more preferred road courses, one of my favorites, especially when we're talking on the NASCAR schedule. A very good array of corners. You get a lot of variation in corner styling here. A lot of good elevation change through the track. I think it's a really good test here. And like you said, a very long track, 4 miles. So we're going to have some long laps here.
Starting to see some of those qualifying times trickle across the top of your screens. Currently Dunn LaPrade on the provisional pole. And it was a battle between Dunn and Zach Rogers in practice. Zach laid down the fast time at 1:56 and 4.479. There's an easier way to read that off. I don't know it. You heard it there. But a decent spread of lap times tonight. I mean, we're going to see some singled out racing throughout the night. But I have a feeling, Weaver, this race really going to come down to you're going to have a pack that's maybe a little bit more on the ball, a little more experience, I think is the big thing. You talked about that. That's the big focus here at Velocity, is getting everyone some more experience, more up to speed on the road courses. Obviously always a challenge, especially with a game like NR where you're obviously primarily racing ovals and every other league we cover. But so you're going to kind of have that group that knows what they're doing, has done this for a long time, feels really confident, and then maybe you have that second group that it's going to take them a little bit into the race to get warmed up. I know that was always me. I was always in that second group. I don't think I ever laid down a fast lap on a road course until probably about 5 laps to go in a race, and that's not as late as it sounds, but still pretty late in the event. So, nothing to be too displeased with, especially again knowing we're going to get this field benched back up halfway through. It changes your whole outlook on the night. Yeah,
Joe, I think it really goes back to, you can almost compare it to how the Xfinity series ran and the Truck series ran. When you get those Cup guys going down, yeah, they're going to have a lot of experience. They're probably going to whip your butt, but at the end of the day, it gives you a good benchmark, and you can really learn from those people on what you're doing wrong and what you could do differently.
It would look like qualifying has come to its conclusion. Weaver, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
Gladly, Joe. Starting on the pole, you talked about the battle between Zach Rogers and Dunn LaPrade. Dunn LaPrade getting it done in qualifying in that 21 car with a time of 1:56.894. Zach Rogers close behind, starting in second place in the 6 car. Our second row is the 25 of Liam Tingley and the 1 of Nick Rotten. Row 3 is the 27 of Niall Gallagher and the 78 of Seth Cole. And our final row tonight is the 45 of RJ Bishop and the 71 of William Viola.
So a small, limited field here tonight from Road America. Still going to put on a great show for you here on JTN. Again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in tonight. Going to be a fun one indeed. indeed. Make sure, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. It does so much to help support us here on JTN, and we cannot thank you enough, as always, for all of your support. Watch Dunlop Prad get some laps in here. Why don't we go on board with this 21? Because obviously, Dunn knows what he's doing. We'll do a visor cam. How about that? So you see, really playing with that throttle here through the carousel. We were to kind of keep that car underneath them. Going to have the kink here going down the straightaway into Canada corner, but this is a portion of the track where you don't want to glit off too much, but you really let that car get out there, and you see Dunn into the outside Armco barrier.
Yeah, Joe, two very tricky corners there. You got the carousel where, like you said, you're really playing with the throttle. You can't really get hard back on the throttle at any point in that corner. You're really just kind of finding that point where it catches grip and you could finally gas off. And then you get to the kink where you want to go full throttle. You're trying to arc it in there as hard as you can so you can get that good drive off, but sometimes it ain't easy. Like we saw there, it's easy to go a little too fast, get in that grass, and ultimately wreck it.
Well, here's RJ Bishop on board with the 45. You see he's getting that right side down into that grass a little bit, really trying to get this car. You can just see it losing the grip. You can feel the back end of this race car starting to hang out. Obviously, here with a sim like NR 2003, these drivers don't have the same real feel, so a lot of what you're doing is based off of your visuals. It's a lot of sim work nowadays as you're basing everything, all of your reactions off your visuals. Here into Canada corner, trying to get a good setup for the last couple of turns into the gravel pit. These drivers can't be too happy with me showing all these visor cams right now in practice.
No, I think what we're seeing right here is everybody's really pushing it to the limit on these corners, trying to see just how far they can push it now. The last chance to do it before the race condition where you're really going to suffer a consequence from pushing it so hard.
Up the hill with RJ here. Let's let him take you through a lap from Road America. Welcome in, Darren. Heavy braking zone down here into corner number 1. Nice and tight around the inside curbing. Let the car get to that outside, and now down into 2, Weaver.
Yep, down here, a little kink at turn 2, then you get your turn 3 down in here to the long straightaway going into turn 4. And this straightaway seems like it takes forever, and all you got on mind is this tough left-hander coming up. When do you want to hit the brakes? How late can you push it? Starts going downhill, so you got to fight that as well.
Got a decent runoff room there, too, and 4. Good corner there for the 45. Now back up this little incline under the Toyota bridge into turn number 5. A left-hander leads you right back into the right-hander, turn 7.
At turn 7, a really fast corner. Sometimes you could take that flat out. Usually if you get a good run off 4 or 5, you can't, but you get a good run through there. You want to set up here. That corner, turn 7, all you're doing is setting up for the carousel. See, kind of lost it on him there. Got a little too much curb, a little wheel hop going on.
Went on board real quick with William Beal. That did not go well. It's not going to get back out there on track, but this was your Circle B Diecast race preview. Remember to use code JTN to check out for free shipping on your order of $30 or more. They gotta love it when we show off their driving skills, right?
I'm sure they appreciate the airtime.
Seth Cole in that 78 FRN Tesla. Still have yet to see someone log a lap time in this session.
Yeah, nobody able to turn a full lap just yet. Not many drivers really trying, I don't think so at this point.
I think right now you're just getting your cool suit kind of worked in.
Yeah, this is really the point where you gotta start psyching yourself up for the race. You've done the qualifying, all you know all that's left is the race. Gotta Got to be in the right mental state.
Zach Rogers taking it slow right now. Going to go under that Sargento bridge. Are you a fan of Sargento cheese?
Yeah, they do make some pretty good cheese. A little better than maybe some generic cheese.
Rogers in his Mitsubishi. How you say it? How do you say that, Weaver?
That would be a Mitsubishi.
Lancer Evo X? Is that the model there?
I believe that's 11.
11. Nah, it's XI. So we don't use Roman numerals too often anymore, you know?
Yeah, it's still a good skill to have, being able to read those.
Zach, absolute flooring it. Zach is always such a consistent road course racer. Is Zach Rogers in this number 6? Always hitting his marks as he's gonna almost spin it there. It looked like. I'm gonna stop talking, Weaver. I'm gonna stop talking before he bends the car.
Yeah, Joe, we've been on a streak lately of
Jinxes.
having some good jinx.
Yeah. Much time we got left in this happy hour session?
Looking like we got just about 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and some change.
That's perfect for Zach to take us through a lap here from Road America. So it looks like right now he's going to be doing a mock restart, trying to make sure he's got the right idea with the gearing into the restart zone. Or I guess maybe going to restart at the line. There you go. He's going to see cars flipping up here to his right. Going to have to make sure they don't flip out into the track. They don't. Down into turn number 1. Good acceleration there. This, of course, going to be a little more challenging on the start of the race. As he gets loose and he's going to put it in the tires.
Behind him in the Tesla Model S, looks like RJ Bishop's going to be on a flyer here.
They are using the ICR PTA physics mod. And again, if you check out the Velocity Racing League Discord, you can find out how to sign up here with Velocity. And a great schedule of road courses coming up here throughout the summer. You a Discount Tire fan? Weaver?
Yeah, I've got some work done there before. They've always treated me well when I've went there. Speaking of tires, though, looking at that 45, their team came with the pocketbook today. They're running some Hoosiers on that thing.
I didn't even know you could get Hoosiers right now.
I didn't either, but they found some. They're choosing to run them here. It's bold.
See how it works out for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, Hoosier makes a good tire. It's just they don't make a lot of them right now.
So it sounds like they're going to be using the Sargento Bridge as a restart zone as well tonight. Weaver, talk about those alternate restart zones, because that's a thing. Obviously, I think we've both done numerous times, but is something that's new here for us broadcasting on JTN.
Yeah, Joe, it gets a little confusing in the booth, but I tell you what, as a driver, I'm a big fan of it. You know, you got a 4-mile track. Who wants to be pacing around this whole place? Let's get back racing as soon as possible. I think the fans at home are going to like it too. They're going to get to see more racing than they would if they were just using the start-finish line. My tongue is just heavy tonight, Joe.
It was a long flight last night, let me tell you. But getting ready to race here at Road America, waiting for the field to get gridded up behind our Pontiac pace car. Somewhere out there, Tommy Bordeaux is giving a big old smile. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for Weaver.
Drivers, start your engine.
As you hear the command, and these 8 race car drivers get their cars fired up for a packed house here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Dunlaprad going to be leading us to green. Going to have Zach Rogers to his driver's right. Row number 2. Going to be the 25. I need note cards a little bit easier. Liam Tingley. And then the 1 of Nick Rotten. Gallagher and Cole on row number 3. Bishop and Viola, row number 4. A limited field here tonight from Road America, but nonetheless going to bring you the same great racing action you've come to expect not only here on JTN, but from these drivers here at the Velocity Racing League. Field makes their way up this monstrous hill here on the front straightaway. They'll go out of sight. They'll come into the start zone, wait for the green to be dropped. Green flag, and we're underway here from Road America. Already 3 wide at the back. Viola going to make up 3 spots. Going down into turn number 1, though, it's a side-by-side battle. Rogers going to be able to take the lead off the corner.
Rogers getting advantage being the inside line there for turn 1. Going to be able to clear here going down into turn 3. William Viola in the 71 getting another one all the way up to 4th now. Started 7th.
Battle brewing here. Laprade thinks about trying to outbreak the 6th. A little bit wiser of it.
Very tough corner there. Everybody making it through all right for the first time around here.
Aggressive on the curbs go most of these drivers. 71 actually lost a spot through that exchange. Big breaks there from Viola. We side by side through the carousel. No, check that. 1 car. Broughton gonna drop back in line. And out into the grass.
Runs a little wide there on the carousel. Just got on the gas a little too soon. You see just how much time that cost him.
Hey, make the mistakes now, right? Not even a lap into this thing.
Yeah, plenty of time to recover. Like you said, we got the stage. Oh, contact! 71 pushes the 25 off and came in the corner. Liam Tingley getting back on track.
Looking to follow.
After a little run through the kitty litter there, gonna be back on track here.
Like Viola gonna have to give up the spots. Drops to the back of the pack, but Zach Rogers going to lead the first lap here for Road America.
Zach Rogers done the pride checking out at the front of the field. Looks like Zach has been able to put just a little bit of a gap on that 21, but Dunn isn't letting him get too far from him.
Working lap 2. Once things settle down, we'll get that lap score fixed for you folks at home. Looks like it's having some issues. We almost didn't have a ticker tonight. That was, we were having trouble getting things set up here.
A little trouble on the name of improvement.
That's what we're talking about. Coming soon to a theater near you. Dunlaprad trying to take the lead. Lost it on the initial start. Of course, was the pole sitter. Laid down the fastest lap. Fastest lap in opening practice, though, went to that 6 of Zach Rogers.
And, you know, I'm sure a driver like Zach Rogers, Dunlaprad, somebody that's going to be running up front, I'm sure they knew what kind of, what side of the grid you're starting on here. I wonder if he didn't maybe fall off just a little bit there and qual. Make sure he had that inside run down into turn 1. See Dunlaprad getting a good run out of the kink now, side by side, down into Canada corner.
Can he outbrake him? He can't. LaPrade almost had a chance to make a pass for the lead. Not able to do it that time. Going to have to wait another lap because it really feels like Canada Corner has been the prime passing zone. RJ Bishop is off track into the sand.
Yeah, Joe, if you can get a good run through that kink, that's going to give you a good run down that straightaway, and Canada Corner's a heavy braking zone, a perfect passing opportunity.
Those two Teslas, teammates Seth Cole, RJ Bishop, both got into the sand there in Canada Corner. Working lap 3 here from Road America. Dunn LaPrade still trying to find a way around Zach Rogers. Rogers has led the opening 2 laps of this race.
He's led the first 2 laps, but they haven't been easy by any means. Dunn LaPrade giving him a lot to think of in his mirror right now.
I think now's a good time to get this lap counter fixed, Weaver.
I think it's a good idea, Joe.
All right,
if anything happens, I'll let you know.
You take him through radio right now.
Oh boy. Coming up now through turn 5, it's still going to be 1-2. Zach Rogers, Dunn LaPrade. Big gap back to 3rd so far. I believe that time by William Viola decided to come down to pit road. Seemed like he might have needed some new tires. He might have burnt some more rubber than he wanted to there.
Hey, we talked about it though. You get that midway caution, it's not going to matter. So you do your thing. Do your thing for this first half of the race.
Yeah, not a huge risk of going a lap down here if you decide to pit. Not going to hurt much. Maybe you take fuel only when you come to your pit stop at the halfway break, although it still is pretty early for a move like that. Notice that time through the carousel, Dunn LaPrade took a little higher line through there, a little higher on exit. Didn't really get the same run that he got the lap before. Still close in tow.
Throughout the rest of the field, we're pretty much spaced out. Seth Cole off track once again. Like RJ Bishop has also been off track again. Really closest 2 cars on track are our leaders.
Yeah, Joe, 3rd place, Niall Gallagher, a full 9 seconds behind, almost 10 seconds that time by. Good run for the 27, though. He started a little further back in the field, making up spots when everybody else was duking it out in front of him.
Back down here into corner number 5. Still no chance for LaPrade.
Had a good run there through turn 4. Tell you what, Joe, I don't know if that 21 will even be too quick to make a move. Love a good strategy, always staying behind the person, just giving them a lot to think of. Force them into a mistake by just loading their mind with your presence.
You got a stone cold killer out in front of the field in Zach Rogers right now. I mean, I have never seen driver number 6 back away from a battle on track, you know, be hesitant to make a risky move down into a corner. These road courses are the home for driver number 6, and if that is what Dunn's strategy is, it's a good strategy for every other driver. Heck, it's a good strategy against me, but I don't know if it's going to work with driver number 6 here tonight.
Yeah, Joe, we're definitely seeing that 6 really attack the corners here tonight. Doing a really good job. The 21 can close up on him some, but it always seems like that 6 can pull it back out.
As we've kind of calmed down here at the front of the field, we'll keep our eyes on the action, but I'd like to remind you, we got some great races coming up here on JTN. We're going to be right back at Road America Thursday night. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action here in Wisconsin, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Then July 7th, it's the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Atlanta. Coverage beginning July 7th at 9:05, and the USORL Cup Series. Second to last race that we are broadcasting here on JTN for them. From the Nashville Fairgrounds, I believe it's the music-themed race for that one, 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time on July 9th. Those races and much, much more right here, live only on JTN.
Fun schedule coming up. I think this is one of the very few times we can kind of take a little vacation here before our next race. Don't have to hit another track up. We get to stay here in Elkhart Lake.
It's always fun when you don't have to go hopping track to track. You know, I can apply things from a previous broadcast to the next one and whatnot, and it's always fun. It's always fun.
Yeah, Joe, that red eye flight last night, it was rough.
Well, and then it was an early start tonight too, compared to all of the other leagues we're working with right now.
Yeah, getting it done early. You know, it's a Monday night.
We like the early start. As RJ Bishop's going around there at entry, it has not been driver number 45's night.
Having some issues there, probably trying to get out of the way. He knows the leaders are coming and just got a little too much of the grass, it looked like.
Back here, Tingley and Rotten battling for the 4th spot.
These two have been pretty close together this whole race so far, Joe. Rotten close in tow to the 25 of Tingley. Hasn't really been able to make any moves. We're seeing these guys separate just a little bit more. We see it at the front of the field as well. It looks like the freshness of those tires is really starting to go away here, lap 6.
Oh, over halfway through the run, so that's got to feel good, though, now that we're kind of finally seeing that degradation. Got to feel good right now. I think you're still just logging laps.
Yeah, Joe, I think at this point you're past the mark where the premium of the tires it's really gone, and now you're just trying to get to that stage break, get those fresh tires, get that fresh fuel load, get ready for the end of this race, and that's where we're going to start seeing these drivers pushing it hard.
Saw a big moment from the 1 there through turn number 5, able to get it back underneath. Gallagher in the 27. It's always nice to kind of be by yourself here at Road America. You can appreciate the scenery, really drive the racetrack. No better position to be than by your lonesome on this 4-mile road course.
Yeah, Joe, you talk about the link there, 4 miles long. Driving by yourself, this track really drives. No matter how long the race is, it feels like an endurance race. There's the laps are so long. There's so much variation in corner styling. It really is a tough challenge for a driver.
David Day saying in chat, stay as close to the 6, he'll make a mistake. Starting to see that 6 hang the back end of that race car out a little bit more. I would like to retract my previous statements.
Yeah, Joe, the tires start to fall off. You can't really attack those corners as hard as you were earlier. You're going to start feeling that slip angle come in. I think that was a good comment there from David Day. Stay as close as you can. Force him into a mistake. Probably going to be your best chance of making a pass here.
So I'll lighten up the tires that time down into turn number 5. Or was that 4?
That would have been turn 4. Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of them here, man.
There is, and like I said earlier when we were doing the lap preview, there's a couple tricky ones like turn 2 you wouldn't think is a turn, but it somehow is. Then you get back here and they decided, oh, we're just going to start naming corners instead of putting numbers on them.
Going down the straightaway to Canada corner. Which I believe is turn number 12. Into 13 under the Toyota bridge, up through 14. want to utilize some more of these visor cams, Weaver?
I think that's a good idea, Joe. We got them. Might as well use them.
Now, let's use the visor cam with Don LaPrade sitting here in second, so you get the good shot out the windshield of Zach Rogers in the 6. Now, the couple times we did this in practice, the car that we were on board with either spun out or hit a wall, so let's hope that's not the same here. Down to corner number 3.
Gives us a good look inside this very unique ICR mod.
A digital dash.
Yeah, the very futuristic looking, kind of Tron inspired, I'd almost want to say. Get a good view of the RPMs there.
I mean, on it, waits and waits to shift until out of the corner, which is obviously a good thing. Again, you don't have that banking here, flat road course.
Oh, old trade secret Davey Hazard told me, going through that carousel, there's a tree that's going to come up on the inside, a little inside the wall there, the first tree. That's where he likes to use as a visual marker on when to really get back in the throttle there.
Saw Zach Rogers had to use the grass as a runoff area off of turn 11.
A very risky move. You want to draw that kink out as wide as you can, but you get too much of that grass, try and get on the accelerator a little too hard there. Very easy to spin out.
All right, so we saw a lap with Dunn. Let's go on board with do a lap here with Zach Rogers out in front of the field.
Ooh, getting a little loose there on the entry turn 1.
I did not like that.
And you see, every driver's going to tell you something different here, Joe, but some drivers are going to like having that clear space in front of them, nothing in front of them, no visual cues except for what they've made around the track. But there's something to be said, you're running in second place, you got that visual cue in front of you, you can see what the driver in front of you is doing and base how you're driving off of them. Some are going to like that, some won't, but right now, if Zach Rogers likes it, he's doing well without it.
And Don LaPrade has closed the gap. I think the 21 has done a little bit better job of managing those tires. Might have a little bit more left right now underneath that car.
Yeah, Don LaPrade, he's always stayed close this race. He's never really let that 6 get too far away from him. Even when he lets him get away a little bit, he reels it back in within a lap.
It's back outside the car. Across the line, it'll be 1 to go here. The completion of lap 10 will get the caution.
Well, Don LaPrade's got a big run up the hill. Gonna be side by side at the line.
Drag race up the hill to the line. LaPrade will lead for a lap for the first time tonight. Going down into corner number 1, wanting to have the lead going into pit stops. Could be a big advantage side by side down into the kink.
And they're still side by side here through turns 2 and 3.
To corner number 3, Rogers, you see him getting loose on the throttle, trying to stay there. 2 drivers left. To the left of Don LaPrade because you want that inside positioning. You want the left positioning going down here into corner number 4.
Yeah, Zach Rogers did a really good job there from turns 1 through turns 3 there, staying on the outside, did what he had to do. Oh, got a little loose there in turns 4, and he's going to finally give up the lead completely to Don LaPrade. Interested to see what the 21 does here, if he's going to be able to pull away any before we get to the yellow, or will the 6 of Zach Rogers stay in tow, maybe even make a pass as we see him trying. But he muscles his way to the inside here through the carousel. He's got a good run. Going to be cleared going through the kink.
Zach Rogers back to the point. This is, though, where we see the 6 car struggle on the track. Really gets wide and into the grass once again.
Like you said, Joe, wide and in the grass, but able to keep his foot in it. Don LaPrade going to be there. See if he can outbreak him here in the Canada corner.
LaPrade gets one more big shot here through corners number 13 and 14 to try to snag the lead before this halfway caution. 13 is okay for Zach Rogers in the 6. 14 is looking like the same. Going to get off track a little bit. Although, throws the block on the 21 of LaPrade. Up the hill we go. Zach Rogers going to take the lead here to the halfway break.
Man, Joe, you would have thought that was the last lap of the race, not just the halfway point.
Like RJ Bishop has retired. Nick Roten has also retired. Gallagher, Tingley, Seth Cole, and there's 71 Viola.
Yeah, Joe, everybody's still on the lead lap that has not retired here, so we're waiting on Viola still to cross the line here to take the halfway, but oh no! Oh no! 71 of William Viola coming out of turn 14, just pushing it a little too hard there and stuffed it in the tire barriers. Heavy damage to the front end of that car.
See the replay. That track worker is pretty crazy where he's standing, though.
Yeah, he's got some big ones on him to be sitting right there. It wouldn't be too hard for a car to whip around and catch him. What a tough break there for the 71 of William Viola. Knew he was coming to this stage break, going to be able to catch back up with the leaders, and now he's got a lot of damage to deal with that BMW.
Before we get to pit stops again, folks, would like to remind you, please, oh please, hit that like button and subscribe. It shows your support for us here on JTN, as well as the drivers here at the Velocity Racing League. Our upcoming races presented by our friends at TWB Technologies. Next time we are live, of course, going to be Thursday night. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action right here from Road America, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Atlanta, July 7th, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time, and the USORL Cup Series from the Nashville Fairgrounds. Coverage, again, beginning 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time on July 9th. Weaver, have I reestablished connection?
I think so, Joe. You were just a little patchy there,
Yeah.
but I think you're all good now.
Oh, we love when we drop 316 frames all at once.
Well, at least they decided to do it all at once and didn't spread it out.
That's true, and it was under caution, you know?
Yeah, they picked a good time. They waited for us.
But once again, folks, there you see those upcoming races, again, presented by our friends at TWB Technologies.
Crazy to think we're already getting into July here, Joe. Halfway through the year. Crazy.
How would you sum up your first half year here at JTN?
I've had a lot of fun, Joe. I feel like I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot doing this, and I can't wait to do it some more.
Heck yeah. I don't know how to... I'm not good at responding to things, if you couldn't notice.
You know,
Didn't
Joe,
notice.
that's one of the things I like about you.
What's that?
You end the conversation yourself. You don't hit me with something random and then I gotta build off of that.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah. Because being dry in a conversation is bad, but if you just end the conversation, I'm okay with that.
Everyone coming into the pit lane here. Fuel and tires.
Slowing down to the slow speed of 40 miles an hour. Don't want to go over that. Get a black flag, fall to the back of the field here. Especially don't want that if you're one of our front runners.
Just want some nice, clean, easy pit stops. No air wrenches jamming. Rogers wins the race off pit road. Looks like lineup will stay the same. 25 hit the wall.
Gotta be careful. That pit exit narrows up on you real quick, and the 25 just found that out the hard way.
Car doesn't look too worse for wear. We're going back green at our alternate restart zone at the Sargento Bridge. Maybe not, as we're singling up here. Alright, here we go. Green flag, we're back underway.
Stepping on the gas, getting a good jump here. 6 Zach Rogers down into a very tight left-hander here, turn 4.
Alternate restart zones present alternate problems for the first corner. You go into, see Seth Cole dropping back a couple spots. There goes Tingley to the inside of Gallagher, takes the 3rd spot. Viola follows on through. Wasn't the 71 car just junked a couple minutes ago?
That he was, and now he's out here passing cars. Niall Gallagher had a tough start to the beginning of this race, but we've seen he was able to pull it through, get up to 3rd there before the end of the stage. See if that's by design. Maybe he saves the tires a little bit early on in this run and gets them when everybody else burns their tires off.
Zach Rogers has jumped out to his largest lead of the night on the restart. Did a good job of gaming that restart. Obviously, we always talk about it with the USORL, but when you do these manual cautions, right, leader getting to choose where to throw the green, that's always a big advantage, and it helps you grow that gap. That's why being the leader, when we came to that caution, was so important, because you knew you'd have control here for the restart.
Yeah, just the added benefits of being the leader. Some might say the rich get richer, but I think you should be rewarded for leading the race, and we saw how hard these drivers were fighting for that coming to the yellow, like you said. But the 21 has a lot of work to cover, a lot of ground to cover here.
As we work lap 13, it is time for our TWB 10 to go. Would like to remind you that you can head on over now to GardenLightsDirect.com, because from porches to patios to more, for all your outdoor lighting needs, they have you covered. Again, that's GardenLightsDirect.com, 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 here on your TWB 10 to go.
I'll tell you what, Joe, looking back in this field, it looks like that 71 crew put in a lot of work on that BMW. They haven't really seemed to lose too much speed. They're really holding what? Oh, no! Zach Rogers off.
Here's that mistake old David Day was talking about there in chat. Your replay.
Mistake in turn 4.
Back end's going to kick out on him.
Yeah, Jonah, if you listen carefully there, you kind of hear a little chatter in the rear tires as he's ending his braking there. Looks like he realized he was going a little too hot, just trying to save it. Loops it around. Goes back going. He's going to have a lot of ground to cover if he wants a shot at that 21 before the end of this race.
Tried to save it using those brakes, wasn't able to do so. Gets back rolling, but loses so much time. Might be an insurmountable gap to get back to the lead for Zach Rogers. I think we're going to keep the cameras on this 6. Feeling we I have an angry race car driver, angry at himself.
Yeah, if not angry, we know he's still going to be pushing it. He's got a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time to do it. Going to have to be getting by these guys as quick as possible, make these passes very quick. Can't battle for too long.
Get right on the bumper of the 27 there. That was almost bad. You don't want to wreck anyone.
No, you don't. But if you're the 6, you haven't really raced around these guys too much this race. You might have done some laps behind them in practice, but you don't really know exactly where they're braking, so you're really guessing it right now. And these cars ain't got taillights. You really gotta use your visual cues when you see that driver slowing down.
Don't have that same indicator that you do on the road. He almost did it again there going into 4.
Yeah, that's a really tough braking zone. You're already going really fast into a very tight corner, but it's also downhill, and that just adds a lot to it.
Almost made another mistake there. Almost ran into the back of the 27.
Yeah, taking a long time to get past the 27 there. Just what I was saying, you can't afford to do right now if you're that 6 car.
Liam Tingley right now sitting in second in the 25. You got Dunn, Liam, William. Your top 3.
And speaking of Dunn, look at him right now. He's taking it real easy around these corners, clutching it in a little bit. Should be good on gas, I would assume here. Just trying to take it easy, not make any mistakes. He knows he's got a hard road behind him for anybody to really come and challenge him, so no need to push it and make a mistake.
No SRX style fun flags here tonight, so we're most likely running this thing green to the end.
Yeah, some out there might be upset to hear that, but we only have the natural yellows here. And being the smaller field that it is, more spread out, like Joe said, I don't think we see one before the end of this race.
Just sitting here watching these sights and sounds, Weaver, and I was thinking back. Man, I really like watching NR 2003 racing. Where can I find more of this stuff?
Well, Joe, there's a great back catalog here where you're watching right now on JTN. And if you want more of a condensed version, maybe some clips, and maybe some other things outside of NR 2003, we have JTN2. It's all new in 2022. Get all your exclusive content on JTN2.
Folks, I didn't even tell him to do any of that, and he did it, and I'm so proud. Got a tear coming out of my eye.
I've learned from the best, Joe.
And who would that be?
Well, I stole a couple of your lines in there, so we'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna say it sure as heck ain't me, but battle on for a second. Well, we're gonna keep our eyes peeled here between Tingley and Viola. Closest 2 cars on track. Zach Rogers trying to hunt him down, although Don't think the lap times are as big. Again, I talked about it in the open a little bit. You had kind of two groups of cars tonight. We saw Rogers and LaPrade able to kind of break away from the rest of the field there at the start, but 71 and 25 have run comparable lap times, you know, about 0.5 to 7.5 off a lap, which it's a lot of time, Weaver, sure. But they're sufficient enough lap times where at this track, you got to think the 6 car probably not running optimal lap times either right now. Especially after spinning, we didn't even mention it, but the tire wear, the extra tire wear from spinning like that.
Yeah, Joe, I agree. We're seeing the 6 car not really being able to make the advancements like you might think he would be able to, seeing how he ran early in this race. I definitely think the tires are not in his favor in this situation, not laying down the best of lap times. And like you said, Joe, this is a very long track, 4 miles, so you can look at the lap times, you get a good basis off that, but really the biggest thing here is you just got to look at the cars and how they're doing in each individual corner and how they get runs in and out of those corners. See the 6 back there hanging out way wide through the kink. He's trying all he can.
Oh, big smoke from the 25 down into Canada corner. Liam Tingley off track.
25 of Liam Tingley trying to send it to Canada there in Canada corner. Got turned around for no passport. Going to be back on track now.
I mean, he was running second. I don't know.
Looks to me like he either just missed his braking point a little bit or maybe gotten the brakes a little too hard, locked him up there. And if you lock up the brakes, they ain't going to be braking as good as you would like. That's opened the door, though, for the 6 of Zach Rogers. Now tight on the bumper of William Viola. '71 fighting hard to keep this position.
Side by side down the straightaway. 71 gaining the advantage down here into corner number 4. Rogers, though, going to send it on the outside, try to undercut him here. Viola does a good job of planting the car on exit to maintain that preferred line up into turn number 5.
You see the 71 taking a defensive line through these corners, driving in the middle, blocking off as many lanes as he can. He really wants to hold on to this second position.
Make him pass you on the outside of the corner, right?
And that he is making
contact.
him work. A little wide there, got a little bit too much of the curving.
I have a sneaking suspicion old driver number 6 is going to remember that one. It's race car drivers, they always remember, Weaver. They always remember.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. He's definitely going to remember that. Put that one in the back of the head for the next time he gets a run at the 71 here. If he ends up getting a run at the 71. But if you're the 71 of William Viola, you saw what happened to him coming to that stage break. He was already running in the back, had a little incident. But now, you know, the floodgates have opened. He's now up in the second spot. He doesn't want to give that away. This would be a great finishing spot for that team. Getting a little loose there. Going to be a race up the hill.
Again, 71 doing a good job taking the preferred line away, make him pass you. In that outside driver's left line here. Rogers, though, has the nose out in front. See if he can outbrake the 71. He does, and moves Zach Rogers back up into second. With all that being said, though, these two 9 seconds behind our leader, Ton LaPrade.
Yeah, and racing like that definitely was not helping them catch up to that 21 car. And Dun LaPrade at the front of the field hasn't really been laying off any blazers of laps. He's really just been kind of managing that gap, extending it a little bit here and there where it feels safe, I would assume, to him. Doing a really good job managing this race here late.
There you see Dunn. It's been a while since we've had the chance to check on him. But he's still out there doing okay.
Doing some Monday driving out here. Having fun at Elkhart late.
Racing in a national park, you know?
And there's nothing better. The sights and scenes around Road America, like driving through a forest.
Roger's still wheeling it. Going to be 4 laps to go this time when we cross the line. This, of course, the battle for second.
Yeah, Joe, a battle it is. That BMW is still remaining close in the mirror of the 6-car Zach Rogers, not letting him get too far away. He knows that 6 has made one mistake today. Looks like he's probably banking on another one here.
I want to see this 6 start to ease off a little bit here on these corner exits, because, man, he is driving the rear wheels off that car right now.
Yeah, you could tell he is doing all he can to try and put a gap on this 71 right now. But like you said, Joe, the rear end getting a little happy on him on corner exits. Sometimes you could definitely push it too hard and it ends up hurting more than helping.
Well, folks, last time we're going to talk with you about it, but we got some great races coming up on JTN later on this week. We're going to be live right here at Road America with the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series Thursday night. Coverage kicking off 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Then it's the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series July 7th from the old Atlanta Motor Speedway. Old, worn-out, rough surface there in hot Atlanta, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time, July the 7th. And then July 9th, we're at the Nashville Fairgrounds, everyone's favorite USORL Cup Series action, 10:40 p.m. Eastern Time on July 9th. All those races, of course, though, live right here only on JTN.
Fun schedule coming up. You don't want to miss that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You ain't going to miss anything coming up or anything past those races. Though we got a great slate so far to end the year, looking to add more.
Remember, if you want your league to get to be racing here on JTN, you can contact us on Facebook at JoeTowNetwork or JoeTowNetwork@gmail.com. Be as quick to respond to you as we can, and again, can get you and your league racing here on JTN. Request more information about that again. JoeTowNetwork@gmail.com or message us on our Facebook page. Gonna break into that iRacing sphere eventually, Weaver.
Soon enough. We've definitely been looking into it. It's something we're hopefully looking to explore here soon. Something that is also being explored is this battle for second place. 71 getting a good run there through turn 3. Down here into turn 4, he's going to be side by side. He's on the inside line trying to outbrake the 6.
Oh, buddy.
He outbroke him, got a bumper on him, but that outside line gets the better run off through the corner. Once again, I am very impressed that 71 is even able to keep up with these cars after that hit we saw him take earlier into the tire barrier. Usually tires are
Pretty deadly.
A race ender, but the team really banged on that hood, got it down, and you can't even really tell that it had any damage earlier. He's still competitive as ever.
Both out into the grass again. Oh my goodness, Weaver.
They're pushing it. They know it is show time. It's almost time to cash those tickets. Who's going to get second? Who's going to get third? Or maybe worse, you never know what could happen when you're coming down to the end of these races.
We do know Dunlop-Pratt is out in front by a healthy margin. Keeping this car underneath him is all that he's being told over the radio, and he knows behind the wheel. 2 laps to go for LaPrade. Zach Rogers has built up a little bit more of a gap to the 71 this time down the front straightaway. And it's Gallagher in the 27. Good looking Audi there. Tingley in the 25 and another Audi. And Seth Cole in the Ironman FRN Tesla. Although that car sounds like a combustion car.
Well, you know, it might just be dipping their toes, seeing if it's a good market before they really go all in and bring their electric motors in.
You'd think it'd put them at an advantage, though, to bring those electric motors.
Possibly. I think it's still might be difficult at a track this size with as many straightaways, not as many opportunities for any recovery of energy, but something to be interesting. Something I'm looking forward to. I think we all should be looking forward to in our lifetime, the advancement and implementation of electric systems in cars. Oh, around goes the 71.
Oh, no.
He was hanging it out just a little too much there.
That allows the 27 of Gallagher to get on by for third. It's a product of just driving the car too hard late in the race.
Yeah, Joe, I think so. He noticed he was losing a little bit of time there to Zach Rogers that last lap. And
Ooh, overcorrect back right, so it spins him around. Ooh.
you mentioned though, 27 now Gallagher back up to third, where he finished the first stage in. Saw he had a rough start to the second half of the race, but back to where the 71 around in 14.
Oh, that car is done.
Oh, another big hit into the tires, and this one might be the one that ended it for the 71. Back going again, though. Because they're taking the white flag.
Always talk about mistakes and not making them worse. That would be why. Heartbreak.
Yeah, it looked like he still might have had a shot there at third spot. Had a chance to fight Gallagher here on this last lap, but just pushing it a little too hard, like you said, Joe. And tough break there for the 71. Was having a good run.
So Dunlaprad out in front of the field, just taking it nice and easy, getting ready to enter the carousel here.
Taking it nice and easy for sure. Looks good doing it. We got those classic Napa colors. Looks good running through the forest here in Wisconsin.
Don't know if you can call this a dominating performance from this 21 team, but up front all night long. That also helps when you qualify on the pole and you put down some blazing laps in practice to kind of intimidate the rest of the field. Through corner number 12, that's Canada corner. Wave goodbye to the Mounties up through there into corner number 13 under the Toyota bridge. Nice and steady, and for the final time, coming off the final corner and up the hill, Dunlaprad is going to go home a winner here tonight in the Velocity Racing Road Ringers Series here from Road America. Dunlaprad takes it home.
Good drive there by the 21 team. Did exactly what they had to do to stay in contention for this win. And were able to put themselves in the right position after that stage break. Able to take the lead and manage that gap really well there to finish the race.
Last couple cars sneaking through. 71 going to come home with a top 5. Seth Cole going to be coming off the final quarter. Again, thank you folks enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. If this is where you have to leave us, please, oh please, make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe. We cannot thank you again enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. We saw Ryan Pace, Tate Dorsey, Sean Whitehill, David Day. Thank you all for tuning in, commenting, chatting with us a little bit here during the race. Dunlaprad, though, goes home a winner. Napa Chevrolets, they know a thing or two about winning here at Road America.
Yeah, Joe, definitely been able to get it done here before. burn it down for all the fans down here in turn 4.
Well, Pratt goes home your winner here tonight in Wisconsin. Joins Jerry Cook and Zach Rogers as winners this season. After missing last week's race, well, Pratt now has a victory in his win column.
Tell you what, if you're a driver looking to get in this series, or even a fan watching this, is shaping up to be a fun little series. 3 races, 3 winners.
Move on. We'll get you those post-race results on your screens momentarily. Talk with our top 3 drivers once they make their way into the media center. Might try something new with those post-race results here. No promises, but I have a feeling it's going to look weird at first, but might just get it figured out. That's not what we wanted. Look at that. That doesn't look good, folks. Let's, you want to talk to our race winner, Weaver?
You know, I let you do the interviews. You're way better than that at that than I am.
Go ahead and bring in our race winner, driver the number 21 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, Don LaPrade. Don, winner, chicken dinner. How's it feel?
I've won here before, so it's pretty nice to be able to win here again. And I wish that I had a chance to battle it out with Zach there, because as y'all saw in that first half of that race, he and I were duking it out, and sucks that he spun on his own in that left-hander there. And like I said, I wish that he and I, would have battled at the end there, because that would have been awesome if anyone was seeing, how the first half he and I were racing. But other than that, like I said, feels good to win, great race and all of that. And, I'm glad I did not screw up the final corner, because that was the worst part of the track that I kept messing up on. I got to clean that up next time. But I managed to not die myself in that corner, so I guess I consider this as a success.
Well done. It's always a pleasure to talk with you after these races, because I think you bring this really cool energy to us up here in the booth. You mentioned it there, and it's not something I think a lot of drivers would be willing to mention, but wanting to have that battle there with Zach Rogers. How fun was it, though, in the first half of this race, battling that 6 car? Kind of, it looked like for a while there, you guys were kind of, you're like boxers in a match. You're kind of feeling each other out, trying to figure out who's gonna, throw that one punch that's gonna change the whole course of the boxing match. But here tonight, it really felt like you were taking a more measured approach to trying to find a way back to the lead.
Yeah. Road America is such a very fast track, too, that a lot of these corners will just catch you up in a blink of an eye. And, like, in my case, the final corner, because the elevation, changed there. And in the kick on the back stretch there, I know that really gets a lot of people, especially if how fast you really go into that corner. But yeah, and I was definitely, trying to feel it out. And I felt like that I probably had an equal call than Zach. I don't know about winning it though, because I feel like that in the long run, I just feel like that I think I'll just say this. He and I were just way too equal that, if I stayed behind him in that last run, I may or may not have had a chance to battle with him, but, I was still keeping up with him. And so I think that, it could have went either way. But I'm glad I'm able to pull it off, and shout out to Zach for that battle there, man. That was the most fun I've had on a road course in a while. With that battle, and whatever measure you or approach you take, it was still pretty fun to duke it out.
Well done. Congratulations once again on the victory here tonight. Before we let you go, though, the floor is yours. You got some great people backing you. You know what to do, buddy. Now it's time to shout those folks out.
Well, I just want to once again thank everybody and all these years for, helping me to obviously get to this point. A lot of people from, a couple of people from back in the old days, and, some people have helped me out, not help me out, but, well, I guess in a way help me out, but like I've just, they didn't teach me anything. I just learned how to race on the road courses better myself. So it's, pretty nice to be able to pick up the pieces. So, shout out to people for motivating me to be better on these road courses, stuff like that. Shout out to my family for anything. And, my grandmother, she passed away last Sunday. So this was, pretty nice to be able to, give this one a victory for her. It's pretty nice to be able to do something like that, and pretty relieving, I'll say that much.
Well done. Our condolences to you and your family. And once again, congratulations on the win here tonight. Go enjoy it. Go celebrate it. Go soak it all in. Soak it all in. You deserve it, buddy. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Absolutely. Always pleasure to be here. Thank you all. Thank you, you and Weaver, for what you all do.
Don LaPrade, driver of the number 21 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, your winner here tonight. Let's go ahead and next bring in our second place finisher, driver of the number 6. I almost said 9 because I'm so used to it, but Zach Rogers, driver of the number 6 Rowdy Energy Mitsubishi. Zach, there's a lot of questions I could ask. Elephant in the room. What happened there in corner number 4?
Well, Joe, I took a look back at it, and I was flipping between my F keys a lot there, going down the straightaway, and then I went to go into the corner, and looking back at it, it looks like I turned the wheel a little too much once I got it down the first gear, and maybe a little, like 10, 20 feet later than I had been, and the car just slid out a little more sideways than I had been doing it, and a little too fast. So when I tried to catch it at first, and then I tried to counter steer it, and once I went to counter steer it, it just spun it right around. So 6 hours of sleep the night before a road course does not work out. I think this was like the same kind of thing. I got like bad sleep at Watkins Glen. It sounds like such an excuse, but I swear, if you don't get sleep the night before a road course race, you're more likely to screw up, and you can't talk in your interview after. So
I was gonna say, it sounds like you're a little nervous to be racing here on JTN. What gives?
Oh no, no way. I had almost a second undone when I made that mistake too. That's what I'm most mad about. I was like, man, he wasn't even right on me.
I was gonna ask. It was an interesting battle in that first half of the race with you and Dunn. How important was it to have the lead there coming to that halfway break?
To me, with how our restart zones work here, if you go when you want as the leaders. So if I can put that extra 3-4 tenths between me and Dunn when we were practically even the whole first run, like that's pretty crucial to me. But that all went out the window when I spun out.
Okay.
That last lap was it was wicked, man. I'll tell you what. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I can't wait to go back and watch that. That was wicked.
I think y'all were side by side for about 2 laps there at the end. I mean, it was fantastic. Also, some fantastic racing with the 71. I know William obviously made a mistake after you got by him, but what was it kind of? How did you have to play this race different once you kind of set yourself back there and had to kind of charge back up to get the second place run?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Thankfully, unlike the Glen, that corner there, we were going a little slower, so gassing it around didn't kill my tires as
Mhm.
bad as I thought it was going to. But when you make a mistake like that, you just kind of got to do a mental reset, and it's always hard. Especially when it's from the lead. You just got a mental reset, hunker down, and go for it. And I got close to Neil there a few times. I almost ran him over, and then he threw it through a corner, and I ended up being able to get by him. But racing with William, man, was incredible. I'd have to say that in recent memory, that's the most aggressive defending I've seen. He made me work for it, and it was a good challenge. Like at first, I'm like, man, he keeps taking my lines, but I'm like, you know what? This is so fun. Like I spun out, and I couldn't battle done for the win, but man, William made me work for that second place.
Well, a well-deserved second place run. Obviously, wanted it to be one spot better, but Zach, I got a more, we always do this. Take off the driver hat. Let's put the admin hat on. You got an interesting thing you're building here with Velocity. I know you talked about it last time, but maybe for some folks that this is their first time watching, they're maybe new to the NR 2003 scene. What makes you guys here at Velocity unique to maybe some other leagues? And give them your pitch for why they should come race with you boys here on Monday nights.
Well, I keep trying to pitch that, this is supposed to be casual and fun. Obviously, there's a lot of different skill groups here, and we're here to help you guys learn. I put replays up ahead of time, practice full runs, Q laps. If anyone's got questions, they're always welcome to come pick my brain and come see how they can get faster. That's kind of the point of the whole league, is just make everyone better, and so everyone can have fun there, because it's such a blast. And we're running PTA physics out here, and we're only running it as a 5-gear fixed setup. 5th and 6th gear are the same, so if you lose one of them, you still got another gear. And it's a little grippy, but not too grippy. I mean, you can just slam the brake pedal down, but there's still tire wear. I think we had 2 to 3 seconds of fall off here, which was more than I thought we were going to have. So I'd also like to say, as an admin, that we usually get a few more people. I'm not sure where some people were. I'm guessing people had other plans tonight, and that happens. There's also other leagues racing tonight. So, but always an option to come out and race at the Velocity Racing League on a Monday.
Remember, we got their link to their Discord. It's pinned at the top of the live stream chat and also is in the video description below. Well, Zach, as always, congratulations on the second place run. And now this is where I hand you the mic and I tell you, shout out all those fine folks that help you get to the track.
Yep, I want to shout out to Goober, Joven, who didn't want to come out tonight. It's okay. I totally get it. Love them anyways, no homo. Seth, for letting us use the server. Like I said 2 weeks ago, all the people that have helped me get better on the road courses: Kilojules, aka Julian Wilson, Brandon Hawken, Dylan Schwallenberg, all the hard racer guys that are out there. Yeah, Jerry, where were you? You were the points leader. Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, Zach, as always, congratulations on the strong run here tonight. We hope to be back. We're excited to hopefully hear.
Oh yeah, shout out to you, you and Weaver, who came out again. Shout out, y'all do amazing commentary. Love it.
Thank you. But thank you for making an amazing league here on Monday nights, filling this summer gap for I know a lot of folks, a lot of leagues, and fantastic racing, folks. Again, Velocity Racing League, the Road Riggers series here on Monday nights. Again, you can sign up on their Discord. We got it linked at the top of the video chat. Zach, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Yep, and everybody out there, enjoy your Independence Day weekend. We are not racing next Monday because I'm sure anybody who's over 21 will be hung over. So, no, we're not racing on the 4th of July.
That would probably not be the best of times, would it? Yeah, that doesn't...
Not
anyway.
On a road course, nobody really races that. We're racing the Denver road course next, so I don't think anybody's ever really ran that track, so it should be fun.
July 11th, folks. Get your popcorn and get ready to come race here with Velocity. Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
Folks, as always, cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. The next time we are live is going to be Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action from right here at Road America Thursday night, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Fantastic race here with Velocity. Again, check out their link. Check out all our links. Got a bunch of great folks that help us get to the track week in and week out. Can't thank Zach Rogers, Jovan Anderson, the entire admin team here at Velocity for being such gracious hosts. As always, for all of us here at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for Joseph Weaver, I've been Joe Twansky. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks.
Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checker. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the trioval. Whitehill is through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the line and a wreckage behind him. U.S. cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down. It doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Behind, they're going to be side by side again. Contact there between Sinner and Bordeaux for
Oh, the contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming to the line.
Jack Healy wins the ride to